An archer somewhere in the distance. Soon, with a wry grin, the dragonborn noted that the orc was a bit of a dickbag. The fragment seemed so close. He had expected more of a spelunk. Gunzel, unfortunately, stood no chance against his furry foe. But where was the Gorhammed piece? Gorzul, who was supposed to keep the item on his person, seemed not to have it. This was something of a problem. Problem the Dragonborn hoped he could resolve quite sharpish, because I'll be honest, it's bringing this book to a damned halt. There was no sign of the blade outside. He decided to check Gerzavizur's person once more. Perhaps he had simply been mistaken. He saw only an elven dagger. And inside, only a shield, an elixir and a circlet. Could it be on the bedside tables? Of course. A vault key. Clearly, this tower housed a vault somewhere. It was time to find it. Door he had not yet been through. He felt that this was the way to the vault. No doubt about it. If only there weren't such distracting shinies. Even to the very end of his days, the Dragonborn could not resist loot of any kind. He was a bit of a loot fiend. A rather nifty contraption. Gurzel must have been very serious about protecting his fragment. Pix and Pooks wondered if there would be any guards down here. Perhaps Gurzel saw no need, since he kept the key on his own person. Inside the vault, he found a few soul gems, a few meager potions. Nothing that really seemed too worth keeping. It was quite clear that the only reason for the vault was to house its one single prize. But still, he pilfered the other cages anyway. It just wouldn't seem right to not do so. There he saw it, proudly displayed on a pedestal. The blade of Mehrunes Dagon was well protected, but Pix and Pooks had always had uncanny luck, ever since his supposed dealings with Nocturnal. And even in those times when his luck failed him, his sheer hardiness always won through. It was time to leave the old wreck. He desired another rest, for travel was wearisome. But the next morning, he would happily and proudly return to whoever it was that had given him this task in the first place. Lordy Dord. Trying to commentate this as though it is an ancient work of fiction sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. I dare say my newfound habit of...
Let me know if you want anything. I think I've got a clean mug of... Welcome to Dead Man's Drink. Take a look. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Yes, my...
Send you to your room. Right this way.
Let's just get through this as quickly as possible. Yes. My newfound habit of fast travelling has actually made these pretending it's all a work of fiction things a little bit less...
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
flowy-ful, for lack of a real word.
Ghost is responsible for the summit.
Whereas it's improved the normal videos.
War is not new to Falkreath. You have only to stand in our cemetery to see it.
But anyway, now that that little distraction is over, let's get back into character, shall we? The dragonborn travelled back to Dawnstar. No doubt a journey that would consume yet another one of his entire days. He thought about elves as he travelled, and indeed another entire day consumed, but now was not the time for sleep. Now was the time for informing the curator of a job well done. To Silas Vesuvius's house he travelled.
What is it? Do you have one of the razor fragments?
I have all the pieces of the razor.
All at once? You're efficient. I like that. Here's your reward. Finally, all the pieces of Mehrunes' razor are in my hands. It's time I let you in on something. There's a fourth piece, that scabbard in the display case, built to house the razor. And there's more. I know how to put all the pieces together. We just need to take them to Dagon's shrine and contact the Lord of Change directly.
You think Dagon will repair the razor?
Ever since I was a boy, I felt this strange sense of destiny surrounding the mythic Dawn cult. And now I know what it is. Don't you see? Fate has led you to me and to the pieces. Dagon has to answer our call. We're so close. I'll meet you at the shrine.